Lieutenant Governor Sara Rodriguez.
Well, hello, Wisconsin Democrats. I'm Sara Rodriguez, and I have the honor of serving as your Lieutenant Governor. And let me tell you, there is nothing like standing in a room filled with people who believe, as I do, that Wisconsin is worth fighting for. Everyone here, you're not just a member of the Democratic Party, you are the future of it. And you're showing up at exactly the right time, because our work has never mattered more. Before I go any further, I just want to take a moment to say welcome and thank you to the hundreds of new members and first-time delegates. It shows how much energy and enthusiasm there is in our party right now. And once again, if I haven't met you yet, I'm your Lieutenant Governor. And my story is probably pretty similar to many of you in this room. I'm the granddaughter of dairy farmers from Richland County, and the daughter of a working-class union household. My mom was a teaching assistant for children with special needs and a proud WEAC member. My dad was a veteran who fixed telephones for Wisconsin Bell. They didn't have a lot, but they raised all three of their kids to work hard, give back, and never back down when something's worth fighting for. And that's what I've tried to do in every role I've ever had. It's the honor of my life to be your Lieutenant Governor, but it was never my plan to run for office. As a wife, a working mom, a nurse, a small business owner, and a proud Wisconsinite, I saw a broken system and decided to do something about it. That's what led me to run for office. First, for the state assembly in 2020, when I saw too many politicians ignoring the very people they were elected to serve. And then to run for lieutenant governor beside Governor Evers to help lead our state. And with the help of each and every one of you in this room, I am so proud of what we've accomplished together. Even in the face of a radical legislature that has tried to halt progress every chance it gets. Together, we've worked to strengthen health care for families, veterans, children, and seniors, and worked to boost our healthcare workforce so every Wisconsinite can get the care that they need. I know better than anyone that nurses, doctors, and clinicians are the lifeblood of our state, and we need more of them here. Together, we've worked to strengthen our economy and lower the cost of living. Through the Lieutenant Governor's Small Business Academy, we've helped local entrepreneurs get started, stay open, and scale up to make sure they boost our local economies. We've fought to protect clean water, preserved public lands, and expanded clean energy jobs. Because in Wisconsin, conservation is common sense. But I also know that despite of all of that progress, we are under attack every day by a legislature that wants to put corporations ahead of Wisconsin families, by an unelected billionaire trying, unsuccessfully, to intervene in our elections, and by a president that has destroyed the rule of law, put our democracy in peril, and is hell-bent on wrecking our economy, driving up our debt, and taking away our health care. But here's what gives me hope. It's you. And every Wisconsinite I've met on the road, from Trempealeau to Two Rivers, from Racine to Rhinelander, what's clear, regardless of party is that people are feeling nervous. People are scared. And they're looking for leadership that they can trust. I sat with a dairy farmer near Platteville who reminded me of my grandparents, quietly determined, fiercely proud, and now deeply worried. Not because he's changed, but because the country around him has. He's never been political. He's just trying his best to provide for his family in an industry that gets tougher and tougher to survive in every day. And for the first time in his life, he fears the people in power. That's not freedom. A mom in Appleton told me she works 2 jobs, but still can't afford the childcare she needs to stay in the workforce. She looked me in the eye and said, I feel like I'm doing everything right and still falling behind. In Madison, a veteran shared how worried he is that the benefits that he earned through his service will be slashed by the same politicians who claim to have his back. I talked to a group of seniors on fixed income in northern Wisconsin who are terrified that they're coming for their Social Security. And let's be honest, they are. And in Eau Claire, I met small business owners who are struggling because MAGA Republicans are more focused on culture wars than infrastructure and investment. Yes, people are worried. But more than anything, they're asking a simple question: who's fighting for me? I want them to know I am. I want them to know we are fighting for them. Like so many of you and so many of the people across this state I've met, I stand here today as someone deeply concerned about the direction of our country. But I also stand here more committed than ever to making sure Wisconsin does its part to fight back and protect the working families that are under attack by Donald Trump. And that's what Governor Evers and I are doing every single day. As a public health nurse, I've spent my career running towards the crisis, not running away, to be direct and to focus on the threat right in front of me. And I think we all know that the next several years will mark some of the greatest threats that our country has faced. Right now, we are dangerously close to losing the lines that separate democracy from dictatorship as Donald Trump weaponizes federal troops against our communities. Armed forces don't belong in our streets, at our protests, or outside our churches and schools. Let's be clear. Militarizing immigration is not about safety. It's about fear. It's about scaring people into silence and submission. But here's what I also know. Wisconsin has what it takes to meet this moment. We've done this before. We did it in 2023 when we elected Justice Janet Protasiewicz to the Wisconsin Supreme Court. We did it again in 2024 when we picked up 14 seats in the state legislature and re-elected Senator Tammy Baldwin. In 2026, we build on that momentum. We will fight back in the state capitol, holding the line and fighting for a budget and laws that protect Wisconsinites. We will fight back in the midterms to put a check on Donald Trump in Washington and here at home, just like we did when we elected Susan Crawford and defeated Elon Musk this spring. And we will fight back next year when we hold the governor's seat and flip the state assembly and the state senate. Those are the threats. Those are the opportunities. I know that everyone in this room has the strength and perseverance to take them on, to protect our state, and to fight back with truth, with values, and with votes. I don't know about you, but I'm not backing down. Not now, not ever. Because we all deserve a state where health care is a right, not a luxury. Where small businesses can grow and families can thrive. Where workers are respected and unions are protected. Where women have control over their own bodies. Where clean water isn't a zip code lottery, and where everyone, no matter who they are or where they come from, has a shot at a good life. That's the Wisconsin I'm fighting for. Let's move together. For my family, for your family, for Wisconsin. Thank you, Wisconsin Democrats.